As Maria Rosa stood up, she was thrown into an immediate panic when she realized she had burned charred pieces of her buttocks and genitals laying on her toilet seat. She immediately called her physician, and her doctor began to rule out all probable causes based on the medications Maria was currently on. Turns out, Maria had just begun a new GLP-1 drug, better known as Ozempic. Today, we will take a closer look at Ozempic, a drug that has been popularized for weight loss, and how it is impacting people's health. Reuters, December 2023, reports Novo Nordisk, the creator of Wegovy, a competitor to Ozempic, has spent approximately $25.8 million within the past decade to entice physicians to push out and promote these diabetic drugs. If injected into the population, approximately 764 million obese people around the globe would most likely be prescribed Wegovy in order to lower their BMI. First, we'll disclose the not-so-sweet trend that began with Ozempic. Second, revealing the glucose coaster regarding the background of Ozempic. And finally, future implications of all GLP-1 drugs. Let's take a dive into the Ozempic trend by examining how it rose to popularity among celebrities, on social media, and how this ultimately led to a drug shortage. First, Ozempic utilization has led celebrities to openly boast about their weight loss, crediting unrealistic and unhealthy habits in achieving their dream body. Cara Schultz People, February 2024, states that Hollywood actress Kelly Osbourne has commented on the Ozempic trend, remarking, "There are a million ways to lose weight. Why not do it through something that isn't as boring as working out?" Furthermore, Parmital Union in Dustin Times, November 2022, uncovers other recognizable faces, such as billionaire Elon Musk, crediting the diabetic drug for his fit physique in a post on X. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Losing weight without working out? Count me in. But in reality, without performing extensive research on certain medications, these promotions allow the public to formulate their own opinions, which may potentially lead to a potential spike in drug users bearing unwanted side effects. Second, Madison Muller, Time Magazine, March 2023, uncovers the horrific truth behind social media platforms and unlicensed people giving health advice. Former dental office manager Jennifer, with zero medical training, has been people's go-to person when asking how to deal with the effects of taking these diabetic drugs. Jennifer proudly exclaims, "I'm known as like the side effect girl." And Jennifer's suggestions originate from her own experiences with taking these weight loss medications. Furthermore, one of Jennifer's followers has come out and stated that Jennifer is like my doctor. And newsflash, she is far from that. Third, Ending Schmerling, Harvard Health, March 2023, shows that the viral run of the diabetic drug has led people to go through the medications at an alarming rate, essentially putting Ozempic through a serious demand issue. Companies began to strategize, and they released a new drug known as Wegovy, which has a higher active ingredient, semaglutide, resulting in faster weight loss. Once the public got a hold of this information, they immediately geared their attention towards Wegovy, making the drug inaccessible. The general public has taken note of the results that both Ozempic and Wegovy provide. Therefore, whenever one is experiencing a shortage, they turn to the other in order to keep up with their ideal body image. This drug is more than just weight loss. Allow me to turn your attention to the background of Ozempic, including first, the reason why it was created, second, how it works, and finally, other possible transformations while on the drug. Foundationally, Ozempic was created to help combat the effects that diabetics experience. Danny Bloom, New York Times, March 2023, states that Ozempic was created to be injected once per week into the stomach, thigh, or arms. Diabetic patients have a hard time at regulating their blood sugar levels, and alongside this, their pancreas has an even harder time producing insulin compared to the average person. Therefore, Ozempic was approved back in 2017 by the FDA to help combat this issue. Once injected, the main active ingredient, semaglutide, gets released into the body and begins its job. Moreover, semaglutide is the reason why diabetics are able to regulate their effects. Semaglutide imitates a hormone known as glucagon-like peptide 1, GLP-1, that humans naturally produce within our intestines. Now, what does this mean in our language? When semaglutide gets injected into our body, the hormone gets sent up to our brain. Our brain then registers this hormone and sends a signal back down to our stomach to let us know that we are full. Receiving assistance from Ozempic is an important factor in balancing out other health aspects in an attempt to bring your body into homeostasis. Now that I've told you about Ozempic and its background, I will tell you about the future implications. Now, what does the future look like with a drug as new as this particular one? Allow me to shine a light on stricter authorizations, possible long-term effects, and budget spending. Ozempic is currently very easy to get your hands on, but some say that stricter authorizations should be imposed. Harvard Health insists that we should limit Ozempic prescriptions to those who are suffering from diabetes and would benefit from taking the drug. Given Ozempic has been approved for approximately 7 years, we are unsure of all the possible long-term health impacts. Ali Yang, National Geographic, March 2023, implies that there is minimal scientific data regarding Ozempic's long-term effects. Additionally, Vanessa Eatine, People, February 2023, cautions about Ozempic face, or the sudden drop in weight leaving people's faces droopy and lacking life. To combat this, many people have turned to plastic surgery on top of Ozempic to satisfy their beauty needs. Do you have $25,000 laying around? Well, that is the average cost of somebody who decides to turn to plastic surgery on top of Ozempic for even further body alterations. Statistics are rising by the year regarding Americans that are considered obese and need treatment. Brian Cummings, New York Times, March 2023, estimates that approximately 50% of Americans will be classified as obese by 2030. The expenses of treating obesity and its related illnesses round out to about $210 billion annually. However, a drug like Ozempic has the potential to open many doors in creating new diabetic drugs and creating an accessible treatment for everyone. First, we injected some clarity around the social media and celebrity gaze on drugs. Second, the true purpose of Ozempic. And finally, future implications regarding the drug. Ozempic has both pros and cons, so it is important to be knowledgeable and understand how it can impact our health in many ways. If you ever find yourself reading up on a new trend and think about partaking in it, remember the possible effects of doing so. Although burning your butt to a crisp is not a common event that most people will ever go through, be cautious of what you are putting into your body.